Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Megan. I'm a former nurse practitioner turned functional health practitioner, and I help Christian women reclaim their vitality. My channel is called Aligned and Renewed because I have a passion for helping Christian women live aligned with the biblical narrative while renewing their health through a holistic lens. My passion for functional and holistic medicine stems from my own journey with chronic symptoms. I've personally experienced complex grief and trauma after losing my mom, and it had a huge impact on my overall health. And that's where I learned about the nervous system, which I'll talk more about on this channel. I reversed IBS. I have reversed depression and anxiety. I had hormone imbalances that have improved. And now I'm 4 months pregnant after being told by conventional doctors that I would never be able to conceive naturally without IVF. I did not do IVF. I went a natural route. And praise God, we have a healthy baby on the way. When I was dealing with chronic symptoms, I was incredibly discouraged because I kept being offered medication after medication, but never an answer. And I became really frustrated. This frustration propelled me into learning more about functional medicine. I ended up going down a rabbit hole of certifications, and I learned how to reverse many of my symptoms. And then I began applying what I was learning in my personal life to the lives of my patients, and I began seeing tremendous improvement in their lives as well. This eventually led me to opening up my own consulting practice where I now help women one-on-one. However, when I got into the functional and holistic medicine space, I realized that they have issues of their own. I was overwhelmed by the amount of lab testing and protocol recommendations and supplement recommendations. And when I began learning about the nervous system, I was really discouraged because the things that were being taught were not taught through a biblical lens. It was very rooted in evolution or new age. And I became really discouraged. And that discouraged turned into motivation to learn more about nervous system principles and embodiment and integrate them into what I was doing with women. So again, I not only tremendously improved my own mental health, but I started watching the women in my practice completely flourish. Their marriages transformed, their health transformed, their anxiety often went away or it tremendously improved, and they felt like they could control it. Chronic gut issues improved as well. And then my practice grew really quickly by word of mouth. And I was booked out month after month, and I wanted to continue helping more women. So I decided to start an online membership where I recorded self-paced modules that women could go in and learn certain topics by themselves while receiving help from me and my integrative somatic practitioner on my team in a group setting. I also provide ebooks and digital downloads in there as well, and I have a functional health library where I write about certain topics. And I also keep everything through a biblical lens and worldview. It is something that I wish I had when I first started on my journey. So I'm really excited to continue adding to it and teaching on it and inviting women like you who are watching this video now into the membership. You can find a link to it in the caption. I believe that I bring a unique perspective into the functional and holistic space because I have both conventional medicine training and functional and holistic training. Before opening my own practice as a functional health practitioner, I had 10 years of education. I was a board certified, still am a board certified nurse practitioner. I just no longer work under that license. I have a master's degree in nursing, and I have a alphabet soup of certifications behind my name that I'm not going to go through, but you can look on my website if you want to learn more about me. But the truth is, when I got all those certifications, I started to realize that there was a flaw in our medical system. The providers are overwhelmed and overbooked and often can only spend 15 minutes with their patients. The patient load is incredibly heavy, and care is often based on symptom management and diagnoses rather than viewing the body as a whole and honoring the mind, body, and spirit connection. And as a result, many illnesses and disease processes are overlooked and they're soothed with a quick fix that works for a little bit, but covers underlying messages that the body may be sending through symptoms. Patients often feel unseen, unheard, neglected, and are simply given a pill for the ill rather than looking at their body as a whole. And that's why I decided to depart from conventional medicine. I really honor the fact that it can be life-saving at times, especially with acute care and trauma and emergent care. But when it comes to chronic illness and supporting the body as a whole, there are a lot of things that are lacking that I no longer personally resonated with as a provider. So That's why I'm here. And that's why I started my practice where I can help women stay aligned with the biblical narrative, honoring their spirituality while also learning how to renew their health and reclaim their vitality through a holistic lens. On this channel, you can expect to find a wide range of topics ranging from embodiment and Christian living, nervous system regulation, and you can find a ton of videos on gut health because a lot of chronic issues stem from gut health. We'll cover how to balance your minerals, and we will cover things like how to improve your sleep. And eventually, I'll share my own story with fertility and give you some things that I personally did on my journey to improve my fertility. If you want to deep dive into certain topics, I highly recommend joining us inside the Aligned and Renewed Collective, where there are tons of workshops and self-paced modules for you, and also digital downloads available. We also have monthly calls for accountability and encouragement with our integrative somatic practitioner that you can sign up for as well once you become a member. So I hope to see you inside. If you have a specific topic that you would like me to cover, feel free to email me or comment below this video, and I'll do my best to cover it. I'm so excited that you're here.